Time now for Coming in Hot with Brent Wallace, former Ottawa Senator Jason York, and Graeme Nichols.
Happy Monday, everybody. Brent Wallace alongside Jason York and Graeme Nichols. Gentlemen, nice to see both you. Yorkie, looks like you're at a campfire.
You know where I am? I'm in beautiful Columbus, Ohio, and enjoying some nice room service coffee. You know what's better? These nice little pots they come in. It's just beautiful. Boys, we're gonna just let me.
How much did that pot of coffee cost you? Or dare I say, is it charged to me somehow?
This is an expense to the Coming in Hot. If I go to work in the morning, I gotta have my coffee.
I knew this was not going to go well. Okay.
No, it's this is I think I might have a little breakfast voucher, Wally, because I've traveled so much. I've got I think I'm lifetime platinum now with
Marriott.
With
Bonvoy.
Marriott Bonvoy. So
yeah.
You're off the hook. This is a freebie, but next time you're paying. I tell you what though, there's nothing better. Like room service coffee tastes delicious.
It does taste better.
It does taste better, doesn't it? I don't know why, but it does.
That's like someone else's cooking, right? Someone else's cooking always tastes better than your own.
Well, yeah, and they say like if you make the sandwich compared to if it's made for you, how it tastes different. Yeah, 100%.
That's the rule of sandwich, Wally. A sandwich made by somebody else is always better than what you do. Like your sandwich is like, it's a sandwich.
Yeah,
somebody else makes
doesn't extend to steaks though, Yorkie.
It's too early for this.
Oh man.
As always, the show brought to you by Bet365. Nice to see both of you. Hey, it's a big day today. Claude Giroux's birthday, but we'll get to that in a sec. Happy birthday, Marian Hossa, turns 46 today. Happy birthday, Ben Harper, turns 30 today.
Ben Harper. There's two Sens names you just pulled that couldn't be like further away from. And nothing against Ben Harper, like importance to the franchise. He was a high pick though, wasn't he? Wasn't Harper a high pick?
I feel like is he second or
like he was a
fourth?
mid pick? I feel like he was mid round. Like
Probably
I'd say like
Ben Harper. What do we get? Let's get Ben Harper on the pod. See what he's up to.
Well, he's at the Shanghai Dragons of the KHL right now. He was a 4th round pick, 108th overall.
Oh, Harp's at the Dragons right now. I wonder if he's taking the Russian gas or not, Wally.
The Chinese gas, Yorkie.
22 games, 1 goal, 3 points. He's a -7.
Those aren't Eric Brandstrom numbers.
No, we're not starting. No. Strike that. Jake, mute his mic he's in a penalty box.
The franchise is on fire in Switzerland, I hear. Like on fire.
All right. Can we?
Well, it's a perfect league for him. It's the perfect league.
So it's topical that you're in Columbus, Yorkie, because they won in overtime last night. They are now tied with the Ottawa Senators for fewest number of points in the Eastern Conference.
And I gotta say, what a place to spend 3 days in. I've been here since Saturday. It's the weirdest town. Anybody's ever been to Columbus? The whole area where the rink is on the weekends, if there's no college sports going on, it's like a ghost town. They got all these beautiful bars and restaurants, and nobody's really at them.
So
do you know anybody?
Wally and I did the Eastern Conference quarterfinals in 2014 during Easter, and it was like a zombie apocalypse in Columbus because there's nobody there. Like the streets are dead. There's no cars. Do you remember that, Wally? It was just like it was bizarre.
I remember driving in, like because they were playing Pittsburgh, so we drove from Pittsburgh to Columbus, and just there wasn't very exciting.
They must really pack in these places when it's a college game or weekend because I'm trying to figure out how these businesses make money because there's nobody at them.
No. But you know what? That being said, it's I enjoy that city. It's a good city. It's nice, it's clean. I like down by the rink area. I like the area, but just may not be as hopping.
Nice little restaurant pub district.
So
right by the rink.
So Yorkie, then last thing before we move on, do you know anybody on the Columbus Blue Jackets?
Do I know anybody on the team?
Yeah. Here's your job tonight is to do the Dominic Hasek, is to take someone out, like if you can find
Eric Goodbranson,
and get him plastered and hung over Like your job.
He'll probably play better. He's old school.
Your job is to affect how they're going to play tomorrow. Yeah.
Really?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know if it doesn't always work, Wally. The rule is usually like you can get away with it. It's 2 days later when you feel tired because you're that's what I've heard. Because I wasn't really a big guy into doing that, but
okay.
You never played guilty?
Only once, and it was in the minors.
How'd that go?
Not great. Not great. But never in the NHL. The NHL to me is too hard to play in. Like, why do you want to make it harder by going out and having a few beers? Like,
all right.
Anyway,
let's move on.
You guys miss me? I miss anything last weekend? Anything go on?
No, it's been pretty quiet around here.
Yeah.
Nothing's going on.
Had the emergency pod going on Friday afternoon.
Oh, that.
Just a regular day in Ottawa. Yeah. Everything's fine. Nothing to see here. Sweep it under the rug. Everything's good.
It was.
I was in Pittsburgh, and boy, I love that new rink. I know it's not. It's been there for a while, but man, I forgot how good it's such a good sports town, Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I did, you know what? The Igloo, though.
Crazy underrated city.
The Igloo was pretty good. Like, it was a mess and it was terrible and it was still great at the same time.
The Igloo the old Pittsburgh arena was terrible for visiting teams. It had at the floor of the dressing room was that old plastic that you see in minor hockey rinks where you walk on your skates and you think they're getting them dull and you're like on your tiptoes because you think if you're on your tiptoes, they won't get dull.
It might as well be concrete. Yeah.
Oh, it's terrible. I'm going to put a towel down here just to make sure it's the NHL. Like you're trying to make sure your skates don't get dull before you go play a pretty important game.
It was like a high school hockey locker room. Like it was just benches. Just some mesh wiring that you hang stuff like it was, and then there was always one stall right behind the door as you open. So if anybody's at that stall, they're about to get crushed.
That's when actually there was really home ice advantage because they would put you in these shitty dressing rooms. Yeah. You wouldn't have all the amenities. Your skates are getting dull. It's some places crank up the heat, and you're like, why is it so hot in here? Or in Boston and places like that.
Long Island was notorious apparently. Like. Affecting the water, like no hot water. Yeah, there was. I don't know if there was rats, but there was some other stuff that they would do. Yeah.
You're getting changed. There's a rat. Nibbling on your skate lace.
All right. Let's get on with it, shall we? I don't know where you want to start. Should we start with James Reimer?
Optimus Rhyme, one of the best nicknames in hockey.
Optimus Rhyme. Played last night. For Belleville, 6 goals against. They lost in overtime to Rochester. I'm not too concerned. I know he allowed a goal, I think, on the second shot. Somehow, if you look at the shot charting, there's a goal scored from behind the net. I'm not sure how that went in, but I'm not too concerned about this one game. I'm more concerned to how he looks in Ottawa if and when that happens, which I suspect is this week.
Yeah, I'm not concerned about a first game because, besides the Spengler Cup, what's he been doing? So it's gonna.
No, he had the PTO at Toronto and then the Spengler.
Yeah. So you got to give a guy a little bit of a break and see what he can do after. Get some practice time in, start seeing some shots, start seeing some pucks. Like to say he's washed after one outing is. No, I don't agree with that. I want to see him. See what he can do. Give him an opportunity, but I really don't know like what because something had to be done. Yeah, you had to do something. You could not continue going on what you're doing because especially after the Colorado game with what happened, like that was an absolute debacle. And it's like I said last week, this is not the situation you want your young backup in having to play every single game. Like they need to do something. So you look what's out there. I don't know what else you're doing that you can do that could potentially help you just kind of ease the pain here until hopefully Linus Ullmark can come back and hopefully he can play well. Like that's the other thing. Like it's no guarantee once he comes back, if he comes back, that he's going to play well. So that's the whole potentially gotcha of this whole thing, and why the Sens are in this situation. Like, people can say this guy's not playing well, that guy's not playing well. This is the end of the day. This team is where they are because of goaltending this year. Plain and simple.
100%.
Plain and simple.
Let me just, and I'm going to add to that right now while we can. So December 27th on, when everybody's like, this is the season right here, right? They got to turn it around. They are last in the Eastern Conference in goals against, save percentage, winning percentage, and overall in the NHL, they're second last. Like, the numbers are staggering. So
it's even last game, just before you go, Graeme, even last game, like, they look at their body language on the bench. Look at this. That's why they lost. They've quit. No, they lost that game because once again, and it's not just the goalie, like, but it's key moments, key times that goals are going in. And that's been the story all season long. Like, and for Levi Marilyn, and again, it's just, he's not supposed to be in this position. You could tell right now his confidence is way down. Like, you shouldn't be scoring high blocker or far side on an NHL goaltender outside the dots. And
100%.
That happened again. And did he make some great saves in that game? Yes, he did. But now the players know, and it doesn't, guys are going to say the same thing, and good on the guys. Protect your teammates. Say you have faith in the guys. But I know as a former player, when your goaltender is in a situation that it's tough, and hopefully Reimer can find his game, because they need some answers in that position, because the season is really slipping away.
We might already be there, right? Like, I think that's like that's a really troubling part. But everyone's hung up on 6 goals in the AHL in his first appearance, and however
I don't care about that.
But Matt Sogard allowed 5 in a period to Colorado, so you can't continue to roster the backups that Ottawa's put in. No, behind Levy. You have to give Levy breaks. Mentally, like, if he keeps allowing the goals that he's allowing, like, mentally, that's got to wear on him, break him down as well, right? So it's a confidence thing for Levy. You're trying to insulate him as much as you are talking about, like, salvaging the season, trying to do well. It's like you have to insulate your young impressionable goaltender who's trying to find his way in the NHL as a regular. And I think that's the biggest thing right now. It's if this season's far gone, and we might be there. I know it's only like 44 games in, but we're at that tipping point where it's like, you're talking about, okay, we need a hot run here. Well, it's like, well, you're getting to the point where you're going to have to play like 630 hockey just to have a sniff of the postseason.
Okay. We keep saying, this next run, they just need to win 600 this next run. With the games on the line, they are now in the last 8 games, 2-6. They have an .828 save percentage. The goals against average is 4 something. Like, come on. So I got something else for you.
Their net is a soccer net right now.
Yeah. You're not winning any games at .828. You're not.
On top of that, they're not scoring now either. So 8 goals in the last 4 games. You're always playing from behind, it seems. That's like,
they've given themselves shots, though. Like, say what you say, like, they have generated offense, even though the pucks haven't gone in. Like, they're creating, it's just they're not finishing right now. They're just going through a horrific stretch offensively. But even in the games where they're getting down, Wally, they're working their way back into games at times. Like, even the Colorado game, they work it back to 3-2 goals disallowed. But, like, there was a push. It seems like every game that Ottawa's playing, at least there is a push where they're trying to get back into it, but they're getting undone. They're getting sunk by bad goaltending.
Yeah. I don't buy into the narrative that this team is quit on the season, and that I don't see that when I watch this team play. Like, to Graham's point, there's last game, like, you've got moments in front of the net where there's battles going on. They get shots off. It's for some reason either misses the net or a big. It's the opposite of what's happening to Ottawa. The teams Ottawa's playing gets key saves at key moments, and Ottawa doesn't get key saves at key moments. And that's basically hockey in a nutshell. There's certain points in games where you have to have a save and you have to have a goal, and it's just they're on the wrong side of it pretty well all the time.
So my apologies to DGL, who says he hates stats or they hate stats. Here's one more for you. You guys are aware of the names of, like, Peter Sidorkiewicz, Craig Billington, Don Beaupre. Well, they weren't very good when they were here because the team was awful, right? Here's a look now at the top 6 worst single season save percentages in Ottawa Senators history. Levi Merilainen and Linus Ullmark are on that page.
So we're going in the way back time machine here, Wally.
So in the first 3 seasons that they were just atrocious is everybody else, and then it's Levi Merilainen and Linus Ullmark this year.
I do think like it is worth recognizing that like save percentage has changed, right? The way the league records
Graham,
shots.
that is not the way the board is built.
No, I know, but I mean, like, I know, but it's like it's worth
Wally's narrative.
like,
Don't ruin his narrative.
Damn it! I've spent all night on this.
save percentage is changing, so it's gonna trend down because the way the league's recording shots and stuff now. But they're not good enough. Bottom line, like to your point, Wally, they're just simply not good enough, and eventually something's got to give, right? And you have no idea when Linus is coming back. And that's a sobering just thought. Like you're going with Levy, who's statistically been pretty bad. And, you know, like early on in the season, I thought it was just like a string of bad luck. He just wasn't making key saves at key times. But now it's like you're noticing the goals. Like Yorkie alluded to the blocker side high from distance. And you're seeing like he's losing his net a little bit, right? And it's happening once a game, twice a game now. And you can't have that happen. And I don't know if it's a function of the condensed schedule, Yorkie, but when a goaltender's lost that mojo and lost that cognitive recognition of where they are on the ice, like is the condensed schedule hurting them in the sense that like you don't have enough time to reset, you don't have enough time to work with your goaltending coach, get back to basics and just work on things a little bit. You're just okay, another game, here we go. You know, bad habits creep in, and then there you go.
What's hurting Levy is he's played 31 games in the NHL. So there's some rinks he hasn't even played in yet. So like think about that. So you when you're struggling, that's why there's a massive difference between a veteran player, a guy that's been there and done that, because you can go back in the old memory bank. What did I do when I was struggling to get out of this? What do I need to do differently? Like he doesn't have experience in this league. He's never gone through something like this in his career. He's not supposed to be in this position. That's the problem. So how are you going to get out of it? That's why they got Reimer. Like they're trying to take some heat off him. Like, and I guarantee they're probably still looking to try and figure some things out. But for him, it's in a tough spot, and it's the worst position in hockey when you're struggling, because all fingers are at you. Like everyone, look at us. We're all talking about him today, but at the end of the day, like this is a kid with 31 games of experience in the NHL. So asking him to come and save the day is just it's not reality. Like
yeah, but I don't think anyone's asking him to save the day. People anticipate just be average, be average.
But
the new best in class mantra is now just be average.
But like he hasn't, just because you had one, whatever it was last year, 2 weeks of good hockey in the NHL, like that doesn't mean anything. It means you got hot for a little while. And it doesn't mean he's going to be a bad goalie in his career or his career is done. It's just, for me, like this situation he's been thrust in because of the circumstances of Linus Ullmark. Nobody predicted this. And now yep. What do you do?
But Yorkie, on that one note, you should have had a guy that was capable of stepping in at any moment and being that guy. And it doesn't appear to Levi Merilainen at the moment.
But nobody.
Like we can't keep saying, well, he wasn't supposed to play. He was expected to play. And in fact, they talked about him maybe playing 30 or more games. It's not there. Yeah. Like I think in 10 of his 16 games, he's allowed 3 or more goals. Now, are they all his fault? No. Like the Utah game, probably not his fault. But the reality is they're still going in.
Yeah, but there is a bit of context to that too, right? Because they want to give Matt, so like had you signed an NHL experienced guy to sit in the AHL in Belleville and just wait his turn if Levy sinks, like you had, well, I guess like they could have done that in Hunter Shepard's. Like Hunter Shepard was that guy, but he had success.
He was never supposed to play in the NHL. Like they didn't sign him.
I think it's a function of like Matt Sogard just hasn't been good and he hasn't been healthy again, and I think that's kind of like the predicament, right?
2 creams, or is it milk?
It's coffee talk, Wally.
Oh my God. Do you know what I did this morning? So I always
Did you hear it pouring right there?
Oh my God. Yeah.
It's like it was in our ear. Yeah, it was good.
I always have 2 mugs. One's coffee, one's water. And I went.
Creamer? Would you like some creamer, Wally?
And I poured the milk into my water this morning, thinking it was my coffee. So I had to regroup this.
Well,
morning.
that's because you get up at 4 a.m. Like, who the hell knows what to do at 4 a.m? Only people that are like 80 get up at 4 a.m, Wally. What do you do that early?
I don't get up at 4. You know what? I was awake at 3:30.
I do it.
I was so angry.
What are you angry about? Like,
because I looked at the clock. I was like, why? There's no need for this. Why?
Oh, I should tell you, I got a couple there's a couple weird pictures in my room, like spooky pictures, and like you think the person's like looking right at you.
Oh yeah, I love those ones. All right. Okay, sorry, Graham. I apologize, Graham.
No, it's all good.
That's Yorkie. Yorkie gets a fine.
I don't even remember what I was talking about.
it was a Levy Marilinen thing.
Oh, yeah. It's just like it's a function of like Sogard. Sogard hasn't been good enough. Like he's not a reliable option to call up to the NHL level, and like they're banking on his development, giving him an opportunity to play games. Had they signed an NHL veteran who could start in Belleville and be the guy, it's tough because you're cutting in as Sogard's development time in Belleville, and they signed Hunter Shepard, who had success at the AHL level before, to be that guy. Could they have gotten a better veteran who's played in a ton of NHL games to supplant Shepard instead? Yeah, probably, but that would have ate into Sogard's development time. And I think it's just a function of like they're entrusting Sogard to be the guy down in Belleville, and that hasn't happened this year.
We can't pin this on the Shep dog now.
No.
What's he done?
Take that out of your mouth right now. Yeah,
I'm not saying that right now.
No,
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
he is untouchable.
That's the hard part.
Oh man, I feel it's too bad. It could have been such a story when he came in. He looked so small in there. The pucks are flying there.
Yeah, I'm fully on. Like, I'm hoping that James Reimer's veteran ability, and I will say,
savvy.
At the end of last season, he played his last game on April 17th. His last 10 games, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He went 8-2.
All right.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm hoping, and the 2 losses were on the road. Okay, fine, whatever. One of those wins against Ottawa as usual. The dude is like, so I should get his number right now. What he is against Ottawa, it just remains stupid.
The dude is what? Finish your thought. The dude is what?
Really good against the Ottawa Senators. 19-6-4 in his career against the Ottawa Senators.
So yeah, he likes playing in the rink. Like that's the thing with a guy like that. Like the first start wasn't great, but like the guy's got experience in different rinks. He knows, like even veteran goalies, they know when they feel somebody push on them in the crease, how to fall down and cause a little bit of goaltender interference. There's just little tricks, little things, nuances in the game. You understand how to slow a game down when the pressure is going too much, just little reads. He knows shooters. And that's the other thing with Levy. Like there's some guys in the league he's never played against, like some of the best players in the world. It's like Reimer's got a book on guys.
He's 12-4-2 lifetime at the Canadian Tire set. That's pretty good.
Like,
oh wait, I don't know if one of those is remember in Sweden,
Germany, Sweden, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, the Tim Stützle goal. That's I don't know if that counts as a home or away game. Anyway, it doesn't.
Oh, matter. The one he batted out of the air.
Yeah, that Rhymes may have ducked on.
We should get the footage from that.
When he's on the show, I will bring it up.
Oh God, Timmy's been feisty lately, eh? He's
he's been good. Okay, hang on. We're good. All right. Are we done with Optimus Rhyme?
Yes. Let's move on.
All right, we're moving on. So
next subject, please.
The perfect time for you two to do some work.
This show is brought to you by Shoeless Joe's Daily Deals you do not want to miss. Burgers, wings, cold beer, and great prices. No fluff, just big flavor 5 nights a week. This week at Shoeless, you have... Today is what?
It's Monday. Tuesday? Oh, come on. It's not in the script. You got to think here.
Dude, everything's melding into one.
Everybody's a dude
horrendous.
Today. Dude, fish and chips.
So we got fish and chips, Wings Tuesday, crispy saucy, and only $10. Bring your appetite. Big Burger Energy Wednesday, massive burger starting at $10. Thursday night, you have your half price $1 and $10 flatbreads, perfect for date night or for catching up. Caesar Sunday, shake up your Sunday with $6 Caesars, and you have your game day bud deals. If a Canadian team's on the screen, $9 buds all game long. Shoeless Joe is where daily deals make big flavor and good times on repeat in Canville and Orleans.
Well, you butchered the writing on this email you sent me. This brought to you by this. She forgot the word show. This show is brought to you by Bonisher Excavating.
I don't know how to do everything for you.
BEI. If you're a homeowner thinking about a new driveway, fresh gravel, or getting your property ready for a spring project, BEI can help you. They supply quality aggregate, landscape materials, and competitive prices. And they've got the equipment experience to handle everything from small residential jobs to full driveway work. You can tell I'm reading this. It's not
make it sing, Yorkie. You're doing a hell
to
of a
get
job.
a quote or learn more. Visit BonisherExcavating.com or call 613-432-1120. BEI, helping to shape the Ottawa Valley. And as always, please remember to slow down in those darn construction zones.
Man, that rolled right off your tongue.
Well, you forgot a few words. I'm reading this off the script.
I don't have time to do everything for you.
Oh, God. All right, where are we going now? I thought we were supposed to talk about Claude Giroux today.
We are. It's his birthday, 38.
I was going to
start this. I was going to start the show with like one of the 38 special songs. There's like Paradise or Hang On Loosely.
I sent you 38 special with the members in the band's faces changed to Amadio, Giroux.
Oh, I forgot. You didn't. Yeah.
It was Maddie and Pinto. They all looked like they were 1970s rockers. It was a 38 special.
You had 2 days up. You could have fixed it.
Well, it was still pretty
You're
good.
like, hey, Jake, maybe you might want to do something with this. Anyway, happy birthday. Happy 38th. He is of all players 37 or older, he is the fourth highest scoring player in the NHL right now. Here's a little fun fact. And you can put up his stats for this year. In the last 12 games, Claude Giroux leads the Ottawa Senators in scoring. I bet you nobody is thinking of that. He's got 13 points in his last 12 games. Tim Stützle has 12, by the way. Brady Tkachuk leads them in goals with 6. He's playing really well for his, I'd say his age, but right, we all said, well, he's a third line guy. Right now, he's arguably their best player at forward.
He's probably their best two-way forward right now.
Yes.
Like that's the dispute. And I think, like, you talked about the production being a surprise, but he's like the fourth most productive player on the team this year, right? And I always kind of go back to that exit interview with the media at the end of last season, Wally, where it's like everyone's asking him, it's like, Claude, do you want to play again? Like, you want to keep going? He's like, I'm still a good player.
Yes.
Yeah. Is that what he said?
Yeah. Like, I'm paraphrasing, but he's like, I'm still good.
He's like, yeah, like, go fuck yourselves. Yes. And I said he was 38, and he corrected me right away. And so I almost wanted to play that.
Brent. It was funny. It was
funny. wanted to bring that clip on the show today. Anyway.
But like 9 goals, 32 points on the season, fourth on the team. You look at like wins above replacement value. In terms of value, he's third. He's behind Jake Sanderson and Tim Stützle on the season.
Yes.
So wins above replacement value. 64.9% of the faceoff dot. You look at guys, taking 300 plus draws, like nobody's higher in the league than he is. To his 2.27 points per 60, he's higher than it was last year. Like, this is a guy who's playing third line with Pinto and Amadio in a checking role, and he's outproducing last year's metrics.
Plus 12. He's plus 12.
He's been unbelievable. He's been very, very good. And it's just a reflection of like how hard and how competitive this guy is. And I also look at like guys at age, like players 35 and older, Yorkie. Mm-hmm. No one in the league has more value in the league than Claude Giroux for a 35-plus-year-old player.
Wow. I'll just tell you from
not Sid.
Nah, he wasn't on it.
Really?
He wasn't. Yeah, he had more. So I'll double check, but according to Evolving Hockey.
So what do you mean by more value? What are the statistics?
So Crosby's down a little bit. So Crosby's just taking a knock for his defensive stuff was down. That's the only reason why he's a little bit lower.
So like when you're on the ice, shots against, chances against.
Yeah, it's just like they take Evolving Hockey's got like their own proprietary, like their own algorithm for how to determine value, and they just look at based off your offensive and defensive contributions. I think like Giroux's producing at a high rate for his ice time, and his defensive metrics, they're also very good. So that's where he's creating all the value. But yeah, like obviously Crosby's a very, very, very good player. So
yeah, he's pretty good. I watched Crosby. That's the only thing with numbers. Like it tells part of the story, but not all. Like the eye test is still important because anybody that's saying, and I love Claude Giroux, that right now his game's better than Sid's. Well, just watch the game. Like Crosby is still, oh my God, watching him live, fellas, at his age, what he's doing, like he just affects all facets of the game. But Claude's interesting because for his age right now, the way he's playing the game, he doesn't cheat. A lot of older guys, like I'll take Patrick Kane for example. Great offensive player, but when you watch him play, it's not particularly a hard way of playing defensively. Like he's not having to take key draws. He's a winger. He's not killing penalties. Like killing penalties is a young man's game. It takes a lot of stress on your body. You got to be quick. You got to win battles. Every single play is a desperation play on the PK. That's why usually your fourth liners, you try and get your fourth liners doing your PK because you expend a ton of energy killing penalties. And he's been excellent. And I know that the PK hasn't been good, but he usually wins draws, gets off. But even watching on the back check, guys, like this guy is playing a 200-foot game in the twilight years of his career, which people don't understand is really, really tough to do. And that just goes to show you the kind of shape this guy's in. Like we all know what he does in the summers, keeps himself in excellent shape, always trying to improve his game. It's going to be interesting what happens with his contract and what he does, because I don't see this guy slowing down yet. Like there's a lot of guys in the league that are going to play into their probably early 40s. Like he could be one of those. He could be one of those guys.
I'll stop you and cut in. So before you even discuss contract, like if Ottawa keeps falling out of it, this guy is going to be the most desirable trade chip. Like by the deadline, like, you know, you talk about the impending unrestricted free agents, whether it's Nick Jensen, David Perron, Claude Giroux, or maybe the Senators trade like other depth pieces off the roster. But if this team falls out of it, assuredly you're going to get a ton of calls on Claude Giroux.
Man, I want this guy part of my. If I'm Michael Andlauer and Steve Sales, it's a tough call because you're going to get stuff for him, but I want this guy part of what my organization is all about. Like I want him working for me when he's done.
But there's always been guys who've been traded and come back to the new organization, right? Like give him a postseason run with someone else, and then just come back.
I love what he does for your younger guys, and not that Pinto's a young guy, but what he does, what he just teaches, and it's not even from what he says, it's but what he does. That's the biggest thing, because there's so many guys in the league that say blah blah blah, let's go boys, big game tonight. The talk is cheap. It's you do it on the ice, and he does it on the ice, and that's what's impressive about him. And like again, it's impressive because of the age he's doing at, playing hard minutes. Like when you're in the third line, you get the toughest assignments. So your number one priority is to not get scored on. Not only are they doing that, he's producing offense. So it's been Wally. It's been remarkable for what he's been able to do. And same with Amadio. And I know Pinto's numbers are down since he's been back, but I think Pinto's still playing some real good hockey.
You can see you feel the fire still in Claude, right?
Yes.
Like we argue about, well, their body language isn't great right now. I would like to know on a level of 0 to 100 what Claude is at right now. I'm going to go with like 377.
I think that's a lazy take too, their body language. Okay. You pan the camera over to a bench when you get scored on. No, guys aren't cheering.
It's not the bench. I will tell you, like, and just me personally watching, there is a lack of emotion in that group. At least
just
part of the problem, and maybe it's urgency, desperation. I know Travis used that word. Like, pick whatever one you want. It feels like it's off, and it's not. The team is not as competitive as I want them to be. Now, listen. All that being said, we also know all the noise that's going on around this team. We see them losing, so everything is amplified, and you're looking at it through a microscope more. I get that, but it still feels like this group has not got the power, the fire that you would expect. And I will say, Travis did say, he goes, yeah, maybe we weren't as desperate as we should have been. And he goes, but maybe it's only like 5%. It wasn't very much. And I kind of chuckled because he's trying to backtrack it a bit. But you can Yorkie, there is something that's off. Obviously, they've lost 4 in a row.
There's a massive distraction going on.
But you've massive distraction, and when you are playing well, you're not getting saves. So it's like Groundhog Day every time they play. It's like
it's not necessarily the off-ice distraction. It's the you don't have your number one goalie distraction. Like aside from all the other stuff, regardless. Yeah. that you don't know when your goalie's coming back and all. Like that's a huge distraction up into itself.
Like it's got to wear on you like mentally, Yorkie. Like if you continue to have games like the Rangers game is a perfect example. The Detroit game, they're taking it to those teams early on. First or second shot goes in the net, and you're like, oh, here we go again. And then they get a power play goal shortly thereafter, and you're like, now you're chasing the game. Like you played a relatively strong, you had a great start, and then it just spirals out of control like early on in the first period when you've been playing pretty well. And it's like every game, every second game is like that. And it's got to be just like wearing you down. It's got to be gnawing on you as a competitive player. It's like, how do you, you got to have some resiliency to do it. And to their credit, they pushed back in several of those games, but they just haven't been able to capture points out of it.
I don't think guys are going and like, I'll just, because I've been examples when you're on teams and things aren't going well and you're losing and say your goaltender's not playing his best. You always prepare the same way. Like you're not thinking before the game, oh, okay, shit, I hope my goalie doesn't let one in today, or I hope it doesn't start. You always start with a new fresh day. You're positive. It's when it happens. When it happens, it's like the back of your mind's like, okay, here we go again. And then what happens is, instead of playing the game, my old coach Craig Rams used to say this: you're playing to try and win the game instead of sometimes you fall into playing not to lose, and not to give up shots. Sometimes you'll fall into that trap, and I think that's a little bit of what's going on right now. So when they start games, it's let's try and not give stuff up. Let's tighten things up, and you'll see them get off to slow starts, and they're maybe not generating as much right away because you're trying to play too safe. And when you try and play too safe and you don't go for it, you can't play in the NHL that way. And I think that's part of what you're alluding to, Graham, of why that's happening with some of the starts. And then when it happens, all right, fuck it, here we go. Let's go. Let's pick it up. And then you kind of your mind kind of clears because the damage has been done. Then you get back into the game and then something else happens. But I can just talk to you about my own experience. I've never gone into games thinking negative thoughts about what's going to happen. It's when it does happen, you kind of think about it and then things happen. But
100%.
like, yeah, it's a slippery slope, but yeah, like you talk about distractions. Like teams go through trades. Teams have guys that are on the wire. Oh, it's a distraction, and this is like let's be honest here. Like this is what's going on, and everything. The whole league was talking about it. Like that's like everybody knows it. The distraction and that, like, to me, that was weighing on the team 100%.
I still think they've been playing. Before that even came up, they just weren't playing the same way as I expect them to be. That's all. Like this team has been built on that. I'll go to the pesky word, the tenacity,
pesky Sens
forecheck. It just hasn't been there. I'll say it feels like this year, but we'll see. There's still time. Well,
what's the? You've done like people are starting to do the math now, and like, I was juggling some numbers. What do they got to play like around kind of the pace that Colorado's been playing at to get in?
It's high 600 for sure.
They're the only team. Like John Rodenberg from TSN 1200 had that tweet.
Yeah, JR said that. Yeah.
So it's just he essentially said like the rate that the Senators have to play, only Colorado has exceeded that rate this season. Only one team's been able to do it. So, but I mean, like you're talking about, you just have to get hot for an extended stretch. Like you look at what Buffalo's done. That will get you back in the mix. And then that number will go down.
Just do that 9-game winning streak.
You just have to go on a 7 to 10 game winning streak. But like that's the problem. Like historically, like this season, Ottawa, whenever they win, they would struggle to string together wins. I think they've had a 4-game winning streak, a 3-game winning streak, and I believe 2-game winning streaks, and that's it. Yeah, they can't string together wins.
So there's 38 games left, correct? 38.
Yeah.
They played 38, so that's
played 44. There's 38 left.
So there's a possible 76 points out there for up for grabs. 76. Like you got to factor in, like I think there's going to be a ton of 3-point games down the stretch here. So like you don't like you're winning like you.
But that's the problem, Yorkie. That works against you too. Like
it works against you. They got to get to 95. To me, the magic numbers are around 95 points. You get to 95 points for sure. I think you got a chance. So to get to 95 points, people can just do the math at home. Like I don't. Is it quite 600 hockey? Is it that high?
Oh God, it's higher than 600. And by the way, Yorkie, that's all great.
Yeah.
they are second last in the Eastern Conference, which means there's a bunch of teams in front they got to pass. Since December 27th, let's go. Here are the top 6 teams in the NHL: Seattle, Toronto, Buffalo, Detroit, Boston, Pittsburgh, the Islanders, in that order. All the Eastern Conference teams are all picking up points.
Yeah, that's a problem too. You need the Western Conference teams to pick up their socks. Like, let's go.
Stop being so bad.
Pull them up. Pull up your socks.
That's Colorado must play every Eastern team every night.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, they're not there. If the goaltending doesn't turn around, it doesn't matter what happens. So,
100%. So we'll see how this plays out. Jake, do you have that email?
What email, Wally?
What do we do?
What's going on here?
We're moving on. We'll get to it later in the show. It's a busy show today. Let's go to Beyond the Pale, shall we? Before we
when are we going?
I got a question. I need you guys my help with the Bet365 pick today. This show proudly presented to you by Beyond the Pale Brewing. Beyond the Pale, locally owned, one of Ottawa's go-to craft breweries, serving up some of the city's favorite beers with new seasonal releases always on tap. They got 2 great locations. Check them out: the brewery and tap room, 250 City Center, and the historic Byward Market, 21 George Street. It's a beautiful spot. Top-notch food, great atmosphere, and a perfect place to catch the next big Ottawa game, especially at the City Center location. For more information, go to btpshop.ca. That's btpshop.ca. Beyond the Pale Brewing. Also, as always, our friends at Bet365 are our proud presenting sponsors of Coming in Hot. Whatever your bet is never ordinary at Bet365. Download the app, get on the game, use code NATION. Must be 19 or older, Ontario only. If you or somebody you know has a gambling problem, visit connectsontario.ca. 9 games in the NHL tonight. There's only, I think I put up 6 here today, 7. But here's the part. So Bet365 has a 9-leg parlay. They pick one team to win each game. If I place the $10 bet, it's over $1,000.
Nice.
Do I do it?
Yeah, 100%.
Not your money. Okay, so each of you give me $10. Let's see if you make the bet then.
Each of us? So you want to put down 30? I'll give you $10. I will transfer you $10 right now.
You're not the problem. Can you give me 20? Because Yorkie will take.
You still owe me $10 for the coffee, Wally.
It's 9 games. I looked at it. It's like, oh, do we do it?
Do it. Oh. This would be as easy as our Brady bet.
So, but there's one team at the Rangers. This is the one game that concerns me because it's the Rangers. So Carolina over Detroit, Florida over the Sabres. That's not easy either. The Rangers, Seattle's at New York. New York is atrocious at home.
Yeah, they're bad.
Tampa over the Flyers. Montreal over the Canucks. The Canucks in Montreal tonight. They play in Ottawa tomorrow night. So hopefully Montreal beats them around a little bit. Minnesota to beat New Jersey at home. Edmonton to win in Chicago. Dallas to win at LA. Colorado to win over the Leafs. 9 games. The payout is $1,056.91.
Do it, Wally. Do it. Go, Wally. Go.
The Rangers are the problem for me.
If you get the other 8 and the Rangers fall short, I'll be super pissed.
Right? That's my concern.
And then we can go to Beyond the Pale.
Drown our sorrows. Yorkie would have to pay though.
I'm gone. Anyway. I'm not back till Saturday, and I'm only back for a day. So I got a tight schedule right now, Wally.
Oh, trust me, I know. This entire my life is booked around your schedule.
Jeez. Talk about teams going through a lot of pain right now. You mentioned the New Jersey Devils. Oh, how many did they give up the other night?
9. 9. Yeah.
Dougie Hamilton's getting healthy scratched.
And he's a $9 million guy. So there is the rumor that, like, would you make the trade for Markstrom for Ullmark? But again, there's a lot of things involved. Money's obviously one.
Really?
Contracts, trade, NTCs, all that stuff. Like, but yeah, there's people floated it out there. Maybe Markstrom, but Markstrom just signed a new deal. Like, I don't think they would do it. I don't think that.
Bet you a lot of teams are looking back when Gibson was available. What he's doing in Detroit this year.
He's been pretty good. Well, I mean, if we're not going to credit the Hammer for the turnaround in Detroit, I don't know what we're doing here.
Hey, Thomas Hickey loves the hammer.
They're old teammates. Anyway, it's interesting in the East. Like any team, any night, right? Pittsburgh was in a playoff spot yesterday. Do we have the standings, Jake?
Markstrom's got 2 years left at $6 million. Sorry, I was just looking.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh was the wild card spot yesterday, and today they're out of it. I know it's a point, but they've dropped 4 spots, I think. Like every night.
Yeah. I just watched Pittsburgh last night. I don't see them as a playoff team. The way Toronto's playing right now, they seem to have found their game. I don't see Boston for what they have as a playoff team. Can Buffalo keep it up? I like Washington a lot. They're a big team, aren't they?
Yeah.
And they're really well coached. Look at Florida lurking around there. And
they're struggling.
Yeah, but you just always think in the back of your mind that Florida's going to find something and find a way to weasel in there in the last couple of weeks of the season.
But their injuries, like no Marchand right now, no Kachuk, no Barkov.
Yeah.
And they still beat Ottawa. Like that's like, we've talked several times this year about like Ottawa pissing away games when like teams have players who are hurt. And that's just another perfect example, like a recent example of like, you have a lineup that's depleted, bring it.
Yeah.
Relentlessly bring it. And Ottawa couldn't match it.
I thought there was a couple of those goals in those games again, like they just can't go in at those times of the game. And then the other side of things, they're battling from it and nothing can go in. So, hey, we haven't even talked about that hit, fellas.
Right. But just quickly on that, one last thing. Ottawa does lead the league in fewest slot shot attempts, I believe.
Yeah.
Right? Like they collapse and don't give up much in the middle of the ice. When they do, it tends to be in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like,
I'd agree with that.
Like they're a really good defensive team for the most part, based on the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
They just got to get some.
Theoretically, that should make it easier on the goaltenders, but for whatever reason, hasn't worked out that way.
Yeah, well, the reason is you've got a goalie that's played 31 games in the league.
No, but even when Linus was on pace to like set a career high in games,
he was playing poorly too. He wasn't good either. He had the one little stretch where he was pretty good. So
people keep asking about changes. Like, should there be a change in the goalie coach? Should there there's no chance that Travis Green is being fired.
Zero chance.
Unless they lose 12 games in a row. Maybe.
Oh yeah, if you lose 12 in a row, then anything's possible with your team, of course.
The current way this team is constructed, the way that it's run, Travis Green is not going anywhere. But people want some change. They need to see something change, and I don't know. Like, yes, I think James Reimer, but that's
are you talking like change now or like change after the season? Because I think inevitably there's going to be change after the season. I think like you're going to see those older veterans, guys like David Perron, Nick Jensen. I think those guys are going to get moved to the side.
But that's not like the big.
You want to see like a shake-up?
We already know what the issue is with this hockey team right now: goaltending.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like we can't not hide this. So the argument is,
that's to your point on Friday, right?
Coach. Like, should there be a goalie coach that gets? I don't know. So I talked to 2 different goalie coaches, former Sens goalie coaches. I was like, what do you do? And,
what do you?
And they it's tougher in the year, but there's a lot more video that happens now. Work on angles, but each goalie is different, so you don't teach every guy the same way, kind of thing. Like, it's a lot. There's not a lot you can do at the moment, and they said especially if the first shot is going in, like I
think Wally, a lot of what goaltending coaches do. And I'll give you an example. One of the best in the league is Bob Essenza in Boston. Mm-hmm. Bob's been there since, he was there when I played there, and he's still there. And one of the biggest things is the mental game. It's your relationship with your goaltenders and helping your guys mentally. That's huge. So to answer your question, that's one of the biggest things, because the game more so even with your goaltenders between the ears is confidence.
Great point.
When you're deep in your net because you're not confident, you lose your net, and just like for sure, like there's a ton of technical things with being a goaltender, but so much of it is here, and that's a big priority with your goaltending coach is the relationship, talking, the mental prep, the mental work. That's why you see the goaltenders doing all this stuff before games. It's whatever you've just got to find. If you're the goalie or player, it's what you do before, or maybe you do nothing, maybe you're loose, maybe you're tense. You got to find that sweet spot of what you need to do to be mentally ready to go for the game, and that's a big job of the goalie coach. Go ahead, Wally.
So Craig Anderson, perfect example of that. Like would get asked, what do you need today? He goes, I just need a little confidence booster. He goes, just shots that make me feel good. And that would be what they would go through. Like they would work on things that we wouldn't obviously understand as much because we're not in it, but like, just a good feel good day. And so I don't need much today. I don't need this today. I don't need just everybody's different. Just
a bunch of muffins during the
that's basically what it keep shooting at my blocker.
I'll give you an example like with goalies. So this is at the junior level. Back when I was coaching, I had this goalie, and when we were doing things before and I wasn't coaching team, the coach we had wouldn't tell him he was playing until like 2 hours before the game. And the kid was a mess when he got in the net because he was like, I'm nervous, don't know if I'm playing, don't know if I'm not. So I said, what do you need to do to be able to play? I need to know if I'm playing. It's like, easy. I'd call him the day before, you're in. And all of a sudden, long and behold, the kid started playing better. But that's part of, some guys need to know. Some guys need a little push. Some guys need you to be hard on them. And people would be surprised how mentally fragile a lot of pro athletes are. They need a build up. They need a boost. Like guys, even in the NHL, call their parents after their games because they want to hear some positivity that they played well. They all do it. Guys making millions of dollars. They call their dad after game. It's not because they miss their parents, which they do probably a little bit, but they want to hear something that resonates probably from when they were young after games, when your dad told you play good, or maybe your dad just was one of those dads that told you you're shitty and you need that. Like, it's like, well, you're not that guy in the car ride home.
Ryan's never called me after a game. I don't know why.
Ryan, God damn it, you gotta play
what
harder.
happened?
Gotta play harder.
Why are you -1? I don't. Yeah.
Dad, why do you have that camera? Why do you keep filming me during the game?
Anyway, I don't know that there's like I've spoken with I really like him. I have no idea what he's like as a goalie coach. So I don't know if it would make a difference, to be honest with you, if they changed him out right now. I'm not defending him. I just don't know what the answer. But there's a loud voice on, I'll say, social media that wants to see a goaltending coach.
Well, the end of the day,
the first time ever that I've ever coached that I've ever been around an NHL team where the people are so angry with the goalie coach. This is the first ever I've ever seen it.
Yeah. Again, from what I said earlier, like the Sens didn't go into this situation thinking their starting goaltender was going to take a leave of absence and you'd be sitting there with that guy. Like this doesn't happen every day in the NHL. So I'm not sure what the goalie coach can do about that. But
I just think people want their pound of flesh, right? You look at like what happened in Toronto with like Mark Savard for the power plays, for example. You know, it's just like when things aren't going well, people clamor for change. That's inevitable. You can't get away from that. And it worked in Toronto. So people look at something like that and they'd be like, wow, it worked there. So why don't we change some of our coaches when stuff's not working? Why do we still have the same penalty kill coach? Why do we still have the same goaltender coach? And I think like if you look at Ottawa's performance this season, whether it's at the AHL level or the NHL level, the goaltenders haven't been good enough in either organization. So that's when people start to like shine a light on stuff and say, hey, what does this guy do? And they ask that question without even really knowing what Justin Peters does.
By the way, I was going to start my sentence off with at the end of the day. Have you guys seen the Thomas Chabot clips when he starts everything off with at the end of the day? It's so funny.
So it wasn't that long ago. Probably it was before they went to Utah, but we were all waiting for him. I think it was just after he took a puck in the face and he came back in and he was taking his gloves off and he just like at the end of the day. So like, yeah. I loved it.
Timmy's 100%.
So at the end of the day, 100%, it is a results oriented. It is a results oriented. Changes will be made if things don't change. That's just a reality of the business. So yeah, something will be changed if things don't go well. You miss the playoffs. It's just that's what it is. Like in Toronto, that's what happened. And I'm still like, you try and change things to try and switch things up, and like it is. That's what happens in NHL. Like nobody should be surprised.
No, it's just really loud during the season for a positional coach. That's all. So, hey, I don't know what the answer is. I just don't think at this point it would make a difference. But I do think it's reasonable for people to expect change, right? Like at times over the stretch of games, it's like it kind of looks like Ottawa's waiting for the shoe to drop in some respects. Like they're just not playing their best hockey at all. No. And I don't know if it's correlation or causation related to like what's going on off the ice with the team, but they haven't played well for a couple weeks now, and there is that distraction. There's that off ice distraction, and you're wondering when stuff is going to change. Like obviously James Reimer's one addition to the team, but is it going to take something larger than that? You know, and if Ottawa gets further and further removed from competitiveness, where it's like, okay, this season's far gone, there's nothing we can do. That's the time when I think you're going to expect a lot of change. 100%. Let's see how this plays out. Ottawa will play Vancouver tomorrow. Vancouver playing in Montreal tonight. We do have for you, Yorkie, even though Jake is on a no AI in January, here is your band cover.
Is that Travis Green in the background?
That is, yeah.
It looks like Luke Robitaille.
Yeah. I don't know.
38 special. Our younger viewers are like, who the hell is 38?
There's like
special?
7 people in this chat that know what 38 special is.
They're a great band. Started in the late 70s, a couple good hits. Caught
Hang
up
on
in you.
Loosely. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's good pick-me-up music.
Yeah.
Maybe the Sens need to get some 38 special in the locker room. Get it on the playlist.
This is probably the worst you've ever done.
Is that Brady in the front with the afro? That is Brady with the afro.
You made it. And I don't know whose arm is around him.
That's Amadio. That's Amadio with the beard there.
I can't get over how much that guy in the back looks like Luke Robitaille.
Everybody wants to be part of the band. Doesn't you know what? Luke Robitaille plays guitar, does he not? Has he not played with Henrik Lundqvist in the band? I think he has.
I don't know. You got me on that one.
Anyway.
That does look like Claude in the front, though.
So, our last question before we go. You're coming down to the trade deadline, which is on March 6th at 3 p.m. Team is out west. I think they play Calgary the day before, the day after.
Ooh.
Is Claude Giroux on your team after the deadline if the team is not in the playoffs?
Wow.
I think you're holding a conversation with him beforehand saying, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? Because I think I would make every attempt to bring him back next season. And if he wants to stay, great. If he wants to take a shot at it, like, you know, he's 38 years old. And, you know, depending on how long he wants to play for, there's probably not that much runway left. Like I could see him playing into his 40s the way he plays. He's just very smart, very competitive. I could see him playing for a while. But you only have so many kicks at the can, right? And if this is a throwaway season for the Senators, maybe it's an opportunity for him to say, you know what, go take a stab at it with someone else for 6 weeks, however long, and come back to us in the offseason if you want. We'd love to have you back. And then, I don't know.
Well, you can get you can get the best of both worlds. Like if things go south and this team's done, like everything's got to be on the table of how do you get this team better for next year? And you kind of can do two things at once. Like if I'm a player, I'm just telling you from my experience, and I'm on a team and I'm an older guy and I haven't won yet, and I got a chance and Colorado wants me, like giddy up.
Yeah. Like and his kids, like his family's a little bit older now too, so that might be easier to facilitate. But
yeah. Like listen, Ray Bourque left the Boston Bruins to go win a Stanley Cup with Colorado, and you got to figure out a way. Like if things are going so poorly, how do you make things better? Like if any team, and I'm just talking if this does happen, there would be a lineup of teams wanting a veteran centerman that does what he does. Like number one, a lot of guys, a lot of people are just looking for veteran guys that can win key draws that are right shots. Yeah, he can do that, but he can do a lot of other things too.
So they need the picks. They could use the collateral, right? That's another thing.
100%. Like these, they're the cupboards are so bare from what this group started with when they took over. Like there's just it would help 100%.
95% he'll be back.
You're not allowed to have that conversation. You're not allowed to have that conversation.
It's done. He'll be back. It's done.
But you're not allowed to have that conversation where it's like, we'll trade you, we'll bring you back in the off season.
Wink, wink.
You know,
nudge,
like
nudge.
you're not allowed to do that. You can't have that conversation. But like, that's what they should be trying to do. I think if they fall out of it, 100%, that's what they should try to do.
You're not allowed to, but you can. It's like
take some time and think about it, Claude. But there's a chance you could come back if you really wanted. Yeah.
But aside from him, I don't like Ottawa doesn't have a ton of like expendable roster pieces unless you're trading like a multi-year guy like a Fabian Zetterlund or like something else. Like you're not getting a ton of.
I mean, you do have David Perron.
Yeah, but like, what's he returning? Like, if he's playing, he's not playing on a contender's like top 6. He's not.
But just anything,
he'd be very. A lot of teams would want him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
as like a third or fourth line guy, like they're not. You're probably getting a 3rd, 4th round pick for him, maybe.
Yeah.
But I'd take anything at this point. I don't know. You've got to find some way to have even to have those picks, you can allow you to move and trade, right? Like just the draft capital itself.
Yep. They're assets you can move in the offseason, but that's like for the Senators to turn this around, they don't necessarily need those mid-round picks. It's like they need higher picks and they just don't have a ton of assets to move to get those like high picks.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait because in a couple of shows, if not the next, Graeme, you're not here tomorrow. We'll discuss what happens if the Ottawa Senators are a lottery pick.
What?
Pierre won't be allowed to show his face around Ottawa anytime soon.
Wally knows negativity drives numbers.
Hey, listen, we were all over like Spit and Chicklets. Was you Steve Dangle podcast where they called me local podcaster. Imagine
the cinema if when they do like that live draft lottery where it's like the ping pong balls come up.
Yes.
They should have Ottawa in the mix if they finish bottom 10.
So
and then draw it. And then if it comes up Ottawa, be like, sorry, we're taking that away.
So I do have some answers to that. We'll get to it. All right. We'll see. Yorkie, we're back tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll see you Thursday, Graeme. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We're off to the rink now.
Yeah. See you later.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in to Coming In Hot. If you enjoyed the show, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe to never miss an episode.